Hello, and a very good morning here at RAF Coningsby. Glorious weather for today's show. A treat to a wonderful summer here in the UK, haven't we? If we can ignore the heat waves. As you can probably hear, we're set up next to a rather busy perimeter road. I'll give you a bit of a look around in a second. First and foremost, how are we for audio and video quality? I've been very well warned about the possibility of network issues out here in rural Lincolnshire. Our initial tests show that everything is looking good, so hopefully it stays that way. Straight into the chat. Very good morning to Tim Firkin. Says it's been busy here yesterday, so we should be in for a good day. Here's hoping. Very good morning to Sean from Sky Squad TV. Chinook, one of our awesome moderators, checking in from down under. Good morning to you. Another one of our moderators, Lorraine. Very good morning to you as well. Olivia Ruff, welcome along. Robert Shestanovich, good morning, checking in nice and early with us. Steve Evans, hope you're well. Fingers crossed it's busy there today and we're all treated to some awesome Typhoon action. Well, yeah, the hours of operation on a Friday are 9:30 till 1:30 PM. So any action that is going to happen should be nicely condensed into today's show. Everything is ready. They've done some runway inspections. The little van is there, as you can see on screen. And we're all set. All we're missing is the planes. I'm sure it won't be very long. For those of you that know your military, you'll know that things are always a bit touch and go when you're at a military airfield. You never know what you're going to get or how much of it. You just got to be in it to win it. And here we are. Very nice to have a later start today. Until this road is going to really annoy me. But it is what it is. We're all good. Olivia Ruff, thank you for your 4 months in the VIP lounge. Awesome support. Weatherman Josh checking in from Brisbane down under, joining the VIP lounge. Great to have you with us. Thank you for supporting the channel. Lorraine and Chinook both saying audio video 5 out of 5. Let's hope it stays that way. It's nice. Oh, I'm hoping this road will settle down. So it is a main thoroughfare on the east side of the airfield, and it's a fast road as well. We shall see. Liam's buddy, awesome. 18 months as a VIP lounge member. That is brilliant support, Liam. Thank you. The duck, cool stuff. Good morning to you. Welcome. These milestones rolling in. Sean celebrating 9 months in the VIP lounge. Wait for yet another vehicle to go by. Thank you for your ongoing support, both during the live chat, via the VIP lounge, and behind the scenes. Good lad is our Sean. If you haven't watched his YouTube channel, Sky Squad TV, make sure you give it a view. And yet more awesome support. Marcus 1967 dropping a €5 super chat. Thank you so much. Gonna wear out that applause button, aren't we? Right, come on people, let's manifest together. Let's have some Typhoons. let's have a little look around while we're waiting for the action to kick in. So as I said, we are right at the threshold of runway 25. So we'll get the planes when they arrive, turning on from the taxiways both to the right and left of the runway. Lots and lots of aircraft stationed here, so hopefully we'll get to see quite a few of them today. And as we look around, there's the crazy fast road. Plenty of traffic disturbing our tranquility already this morning. And the tree line there is where we'll see these beautiful fighters coming into land low over the road, and a nice touchdown zone that we'll be able to pick up. So yeah, super looking forward to today. Some more milestones. Mark Abraham, member for 8 months. Awesome support from you, Mark, in the VIP lounge and as always in our live chats. Great to have you on board. And Chinook gifting 10 VIP lounge memberships. If you're one of those lucky 10 receiving a gifted membership from our awesome moderator Chinook, please do pop in the chat and say a big thank you. Very good morning to Terra the Artist. Hope you're well. I take it you've got your camera at the ready. Kraus Michael checking in with us from Ramstein Air Base over there in Germany. A very warm welcome to you. Great to have you with us this morning. So we've got lots and lots of people both in the chat and the Lurkers Lounge. Good morning to you all in the Lurkers Lounge. Come on, let's all give it some positive thoughts. Get some early action here at Coningsby. So if you ever come to a military airbase and you're not sure which way ops will be, what runway will be in use, look for this little caravan with the red and white checkers. They will always set up at the threshold for landing and takeoff. So if you haven't got the ability to see, excuse me, what the wind direction is going to be, that's a really good alternative. RAF Coningsby, very big RAF base, home of course to the Eurofighter Typhoons and many of them. You get lots of other aircraft visiting, including the wonderful twin rotor Chinooks, air tankers from the other RAF airfields, a couple of Falcons drop in and out quite regularly, dropping personnel in and taking them off. The Red Arrows do their display practices over the airfield here at Coningsby. A little bit late in the year to see any of that, and I think they're still over there in the USA. Mr. and Mrs. Jam Sandwich, very good morning. Welcome to Coningsby. Piotrek Gestem, if I've pronounced that right. Very good morning to you. And yet more awesome support. Official weatherman Josh, God Josh even, gifting 5 VIP lounge memberships. As I said earlier, if you received a gifted membership throughout today's show, make sure you pop in and say thank you to the person generously gifting you that membership. Thank you, official weatherman Josh. Michelle Copley, good morning to you. Brand new to the page. Here's to a good day. Yes. There's a lovely breeze blowing across the airfield actually. Very nice. Keeping those temperatures in check. There we go. Bit of windsock action. So it's going to be a bit of a cross headwind for the aircraft this morning. If we get any. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking when you're set up. You've hit that go live button. Everyone's waiting for you to deliver. And you're at the mercy of what's going to happen in the airbase. So another little point of interest because of the proximity to the threshold of the runway on this road. Both ends of the airfield, very similar. We have these airbase traffic lights, which will halt all the traffic for anything inbound. They don't do it at this end for the takeoffs because the threshold is far enough infield. At the other end, where the official spotters car park is, the threshold is literally right on top of the road and the car park. So they will use those lights to halt traffic for both arrivals and departures. Josh the legend. You ask and you shall receive. So what do we think then, folks? What are we in for today? It really does feel like it could be a little bit of nothing and then a whole lot of everything. Never the optimist, as Lorraine will tell you, glass half full type of person. Roy J. Orlemans checking in from across there in the Netherlands. Good morning to you. You join us from a very sunny and warm RAF Coningsby. Well, it was actually our first ever live show from here. We did come up here maybe a year and a half ago with every intention of putting a live show together. We could not get a network, so we had to just film the action. Great day that was as well. Red Arrows were doing some flying display practice, and the Typhoon also did its display practice right in front of us. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's on the channel somewhere. Oh, starting to get some radio action. That's always a good sign, isn't it? We continue to wait patiently. Quick reminder for those that have joined us in the last few moments. Hours of operation for here at RAF Coningsby on Fridays, 9:30 till 1:30 p.m. local. So we're just into the hours of operation. Tell you what though, if nothing else, I'm going to get a fantastic tan. Not really the aim of the game. Ian Finley, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us here at RAF Coningsby this morning, where it is very warm already. Tartan 59 has departed Bryce Norton, a Voyager tanker. We'll see if she makes her way here or not. Robert Shestanovich, I like the view, reminds me of the old movies like The Great Escape. It's amazing. I'd love to see, I should have a look on Google Maps really, shouldn't I, to see just how obvious or otherwise these hangars are. Some really awesome hangars over at RAF Cosford in the Midlands here in the UK, with the grass growing across the top of the hangars. That's properly discreet, isn't it? I have heard intermittently engine sounds here and there. "747 Bruce, good morning to you." Says Dragon 01, leaving here around midday, heading for the Wales Air Show. Kieran and Mags, good morning to you. Unfortunately, checking in from work. That's no good, is it? Have a great day. Yeah, it's funny, I had a really good look into the prospect of heading over to the bay, Swansea Bay, for the Wales Air Show this weekend. I was very tempted. So you know what, if we were car and lorry spotting, we'd have been overloaded this morning, wouldn't we? I think how busy this road is. A couple of other spotters have been here for a good while as well. I was talking to one of them earlier and they were saying there are definitely Typhoons out of the hangars over at the far end, down by the BBMF hangars. So at some point we're going to see some Typhoon action. When is anyone's guess? At least it's not pouring down with rain or gale force winds. Very warm welcome to all those joining us in the last few minutes. We are all patiently waiting and willing for the action to begin here at RAF Coningsby. Beautiful day for it. Just need to see some awesome fighter action. As you can probably see there, the line-up lights are now illuminated. Forgive me, I can never remember the proper name for them. Basically, for the pilots on approach, they line up so that all those lights are showing. It shows they're on the right glide path, but I don't remember the name. Someone in the chat, I no doubt, will tell me. Ratas666, what a great username. I think they were doing a bit of night flying last night, which might explain the lack of early action. I'm south of Boston, and her plane's still quite late. Becky Wade, very good morning to you. Hope you're well. There we go, Mr. and Mrs. Jam Sandwich. Saving my blushes. The Pappy lights. Should be easy to remember, really, shouldn't it? But this is Jay we're talking about. Yet another membership milestone. Roy celebrating 10 months as a VIP Lounge member. Roy, thank you ever so much for your continued support. Absolutely awesome. Lots of people letting me know their pappy lights. Thank you. When we're next doing a military show and I'm mumbling on about how I can't remember what they're called, don't even tell me. Let me suffer, because I should remember that. Stephen Norris, very good morning to you. Welcome. What an exercise in patience this is. Angelina would be so proud. I'm not the most patient person you'll ever meet. There we go, Ian Finley with the full definition. Precision approach, path indicator lights. Awesome, thank you, Ian. Lizzie, very good morning to you. Welcome to the noisy perimeter road at RAF Coningsby. You haven't missed any airfield action yet, unless you count the pappy lights being switched on. We're all waiting with bated breath. Lots and lots of new members being gifted memberships this morning. Thank you to those gifted memberships. Awesome way to support the channel. If you are a VIP lounge member, look out for your name along the bottom. Ian. Brilliant information. I just love the last bit. 4 reds, you're cut in the grass. I can hear jet engines. Get in there. Who'd have thought it at an airbase? Come on. Spoke about how rural it is up here around the airfield. Lots and lots of farmland, flat as a pancake in Lincolnshire. But a lot of the traffic that went past early on was farm traffic. Tractors pulling loads of potatoes, carrots, onions, a few livestock. This is where it all happens on the food front. Lynn Pantling, very good morning to you, welcome. DG Planebrush, good morning to you, welcome. Ooh, the anticipation. I can definitely hear engines, Liz. DG Planebrush. We're at the threshold of runway 25, so on the eastern side. We picked this spot for a couple of reasons. One, you can't get too many people here because we're in a tiny little lay-by. Two, if you do get some action this morning, you'll get some really nice shots of the aircraft when they return to the base over the tree line to our right, but also some nice head-on turn-on shots from the planes as they taxi to the runway. Hopefully some nice quick climb outs as well. But above all that is where the network was best. decent amount of wind, keeping the temperatures sensible. Definitely going to be a hot one today in certain parts of the UK. I think there's some rain around up north, is it? But certainly not here. So imagine we'll be in the realms of 30 degrees locally in certain parts of the UK today. Yeah, I really like this position actually. Not been here before. We normally go down the old Boston Road when I do the filming. It's a nice perspective here. Whoa, was that a radio transmission to taxi to holding point? Did I hear right? Dare I dream? Come on, Typhoons, come out and play. One of the things I love about military airfields is the history. And you look across and you can just imagine what it was like in times of war, how busy it was. Steeped in history. Of course, particularly relevant here at Coningsby because we have the BBMF stationed here, Spitfire, Hurricane, Dakota, and other bits and pieces. Will come out fairly regularly. They'll be well into display season now. I see movement. There we go, look. We have a fighter jet. Get in there. Let's have it. How's that for a shot? 2 more following her out. Awesome. Clearly see the green glow of the head-up display. What a beautiful sight. Are we ready for the noise? Chinook saying volume to the max. It's going to be awesome. Smash that like button, folks. Give us some love for these Eurofighter Typhoons here at RAF Coningsby. Lots of people rocking up. They must have known exactly when these planes were due out. Reynolds, let's go! Welcome. Good timing. Fritz, good morning to you. And as always, very warm welcome to everyone in our Locust Lounge. Lots of people tuning in to watch the action here at RAF Coningsby. What an awesome sight. Ian, yeah, the Voyager has just gone directly overhead. Gotta love that heat haze off the Typhoon engines. Don't know if we'll get any quick climbs, but we're certainly hoping so. You'll see when these get onto the runway just how short the takeoff roll is. Coningsby, one of two bases here in the UK that are home to the QRA. So if there's a need to send fighter jets up in anger, so to speak, this is one of the bases from which that will happen. So always 2 aircraft, 2 Typhoons on full standby, ready to go at a moment's notice. And the training missions that are carried out over the North Sea, over in the Lake District to the west of the UK, and occasionally through the Mac Loop down there in North Wales as well. Here we go. Well, they were certainly quick climbs. Can't hear myself think. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Way up there somewhere. Oh, that was worth waiting for, wasn't it? Full send from the 3 Typhoons. First action of the day. Wow. Back into the Chatting Peter Bar, checking in from Macclesfield. Perfect timing. Sky Squad TV. Sean is working and lurking, but oh yeah. Wow, that was awesome. You always know they're going to be loud, but you can never be prepared for just how loud they are. Beautiful. Lots of reheat, some nice vertical climb outs. Testing my camera. Absolutely beautiful. Robert Sustanovic enjoying the early action here. Fingers crossed for a few more to come out. Wow, that was something. So they're heading off to the North Sea, to one of the training grounds. Very close to the sea here at Coningsby. Tucked in to the east side of the UK, just above the Wash. 6,000 feet per minute, says Ian Finley. Awesome. Stephen Ward, good morning to you. Welcome. Ooh, need to let my heart rate settle. What a sight. Absolutely fantastic. And so begins another face-off competition. Jay versus the Typhoon. Beautiful. On my word, Ian, 50 gifted VIP lounge memberships. That is outstanding support. Thank you so much, Ian. Wow. Absolutely awesome. Ian, you're a legend. Thank you. Make sure you say thanks to Ian if you receive one of those 50 gifted VIP lounge memberships. Holy moly. Wow, that is never going to get old. Oh, great to be alive on a day like today. My word. Right, I was waiting for planes. It's a bit like waiting for a bus. Wait all day and 4 come up once. Well, 4's good. Let's have some more. My word. Skin is tingling. That is incredible. We need to find a way to give you a lot of vibra vision, don't we? So you can feel the planes, as well as seeing and hearing them. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's got Jay's juices flowing. No doubt. If you've just joined us here at RAF Coningsby, perfect timing. Awesome quick climb outs this Friday morning. We haven't gone very far away either, so could well see some back in double quick time. Just off the coast, North Sea. 4 out so far. Let's see what else we get. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you smash that like button, folks, and give the stream a share if you know someone that likes this fighter action. Michelle Copley loving the quick climb. Yeah, they're crazy. Les the Bairn also loving Quick Climb Friday. Normally a phrase reserved for RAF Lakenheath, but very much suitable today. No normal takeoff so far, all vertical, and we're loving it. I think my heart rate has settled down to something around normal. That was mighty impressive, wasn't it? Great to be at the threshold here, seeing those engines lighting up on the reheat. So as I look at radar, I can see those 4 having a play around in the designated training area just off the coast. No trips to the Mac Loop or the Lake District for those ones, at least not yet. Yeah, and that was a bit of a shame. I say a shame. You could never say that when watching Typhoons at close quarters, but the air tanker went over at exactly the same time. Lizzie saying what it must be like to fly on one of those things. Yeah, I'm not sure you could ever truly relax, could you? Wearing the high G suit, restricted view to some degree because of your helmet, but great fun nonetheless. If you've just joined us in the last few minutes and you missed the early action, 4 Typhoons have departed the airfield, all of them vertically, 6,000 feet per minute climb outs. We'll see what happens. Operations will run on a Friday here at Coningsby through till 1:30 p.m. So we've got lots of time left for some more action. Keep your ears pinned back for radio transmissions, because that's the first heads up, isn't it? Ashley Hughes, good morning to you, welcome. What a morning to watch fast jets. Absolutely brilliant. JP Mac Aviation celebrating 4 months as a VIP lounge member. Thank you ever so much for your ongoing support. Just having a quick look at radar. Tartan 59, the United Kingdom liveried air tanker, has done an about turn. It looks like it's going to be doing some air-to-air refueling with those Typhoons. Definitely in close proximity to each other. Jordan, good morning to you. So for anyone wondering how we're tracking these Typhoons, ADSB Exchange is the website. Doesn't have an app that I'm aware of. But certainly on the iPhone you can send a web page to your home page, so it acts like an app. It's really handy for watching the military stuff. You can filter out all the commercial aviation up there in the skies. Focus on the fighters and the refuelers. ADSB Exchange. Check it out. Interesting, just looking at radar 747 belonging to the UAE on the ground at Stansted, but that is pinging as a military aircraft. Don't see that very often. Farmer Steve, good morning to you, welcome. Yep, we've already had some awesome Typhoon action. Looking forward to some more. We've got 4 up in the air at the moment. John Williams, good morning to you. I've just got this scanner set up on close call, so it just picks up frequencies in the vicinity as and when they transmit. Jackie Lawrence, very good morning to you. You join us from a warm and sunny RAF Coningsby. For those watching who might be a bit puzzled as to why Heathrow Live is at an RAF base, we do like to travel around and vary the content that we bring you, and that does on occasion include military air bases. We've covered RAF Mildenhall and Lakenheath previously. They're quite rare outings to the military side because they're normally quite well covered by lots of other channels. But it's nice to watch some of that crazy full reheat quick climb action this morning. Good morning, Ari 323. Welcome along. So still tracking the Typhoons, playing along with the air tanker from Bryce Norton that went up a while ago, not very far off the coast here in Lincolnshire.
Are you allowed to stand in the field again? Are you still allowed to stand in the field?
Tell you what is quite handy. I showed you earlier the traffic lights that stop the traffic when these jets are coming back into the airfield. It's going to give me a nice early warning, isn't it? Unlike down at Lakenheath, where they can just appear from anywhere at any time. Jonathan, good morning to you. Welcome. Bird Feeder Cams, great to have you with us. Yep, more gifted memberships. JP Mac Aviation gifting 5 VIP lounge memberships. Support has been absolutely awesome today. Thank you. Tell you what, for regular viewers of the channel that have watched our Heathrow streams, this is decidedly weird, having so much downtime. Normally don't get time to think down there on the northern side of Heathrow. Non-stop action. Crazy busy airport. But it's nice to give that up for some reheat action. Eurofighter Typhoons sending it big time this morning. Good morning, Anti-Emoji Cat. Derek Chase, this is the first time I've come across your channel. Good to see you covering Coningsby. How much is it to join the channel? Well, firstly, there's no obligation whatsoever to join, but should you wish to do so, it's just 99 pence per month. That gives you access to our custom emojis, early viewing on our edited videos. We like to do highlights reels of our live shows. Today's show will be no different, so you get first look at that, and priority mentions when you are active in the live chat. So yeah, completely voluntary. There's no obligation whatsoever, and I wouldn't push anybody to join our membership scheme. It's great that so many of you have, and it's a great way to help support the channel. Suspect those 4 Typhoons out over the North Sea having a ton of fun simulating combat situations, and obviously practicing the refueling with that air tanker that's up there as well. It's amazing actually how well synchronized these airfields are, isn't it? Because the air tanker went up from Bryce Norton, which is precisely nowhere near here. The timing was immaculate, wasn't it? Out over the top of us. Big turn in the North Sea just as the Typhoons made it there. Great logistical work by the RAF, as you would expect. Derek, we rarely do military. We've been to Mildenhall and Lakenheath just once for live shows. This is our first ever live show at Coningsby. We are predominantly commercial aviation, so focusing heavily on Heathrow and Luton Airport, but we also travel to the other commercial airports. Earlier in the year we did a tour up in Scotland, took in the sights and sounds at Edinburgh and Glasgow, and then dropped into the south side at Manchester on the way back south. But yeah, it's nice to mix things up as and when we can, and it's absolute pleasure to be up here at RAF Coningsby today. Ravina, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Welcome along. When you come to a military airbase, it's always very hit and miss as to what you're going to see. We've had 4 Typhoons take off from the base this morning. They're currently up messing around, having a play around over the North Sea, so it won't be long before they come back, I wouldn't have thought. But aside from those, nothing much else on the ground so far. It can always change very quickly. 747 Ashley Hughes, yeah. If you like those G-forces, it's fun. I'm going to guess the men and women up in those Typhoons this morning are definitely having a ton of fun. Shall we have a little tour around? So the reason it's so noisy is because we've got this fast road right next to us. We're just propped up in a little lay-by. The lights you can see will activate to stop all the traffic when aircraft are approaching for a landing. And we're at the threshold of runway 25 here at Coningsby. Westerly winds dictating the direction of runway use. So across the north side, lots and lots of military estate accommodations. Got the tower, looking like it's getting swamped by a big maintenance hangar behind, and all the way down the side of the runway, lots and lots of aircraft hangars. The checkered vehicle in front of you is the Caravan. That will always be at the threshold for the runway that's in use. So I was very pleased to see that turn up this morning when I got here. Showed that I'd picked the right end to be at. South side, lots more hangars. Breeze continuing. Bit of a crosswind as it stands at the moment, but a very welcome breeze it is. Yeah, RAF Coningsby, huge estate, takes up a massive amount of land and always very active. John Williams, a very warm welcome to our VIP lounge. Awesome support, becoming a paid member. Thank you. Heathrow Joe in the house. Very good morning to you. How are you doing, Joe? Working or off? Robert, absolutely. If you see the checkers, it's playtime. Lizzie, yeah, just seen that photo you posted. That is an awesome shot, isn't it? Looks like that was probably taken at an air show or similar. Fly past. JP Mac. Been told I should be watching the Commonwealth Games, but this is more interesting. I concur. Yeah, decent breeze here this morning, which is good because it's very warm already. And the lay-by is now officially full. How you doing? You alright?
Do you want your box or no, it's good, thanks mate. You can walk on the fence.
Shot many down this morning.
Say again?
Shot many down this morning.
Yeah, try to.
Once again, if you've just joined us here at RAF Coningsby for the fighter action this morning, we are patiently waiting the next piece of action. 4 Typhoons went up good little while ago now, actually, wasn't it? They've been playing around and refueling over the North Sea. We're waiting for them to come back to base. Fingers crossed we get a few more powering up and getting the hell out of here. Everything that went up this morning was completely vertical and great to see. Oh, Lorraine, don't wish for rain. What are you doing? It's been glorious this year. A little too hot at times. Do you know what I was thinking? I was out in the back garden the other day, which resembles a desert. And I was thinking one of the very best things about these heat waves and extended dry weather is you just don't need to cut the grass, do you? If it's temperate like it used to be here in the UK, you have to cut it every week. Absolute bonus. Yellow grass looks terrible. I don't care what colour it is. I care that I don't have to get there and cut it. Caravan's getting a lot of coverage today, isn't he? Did see a little dust devil building up, but it had gone by the time I panned that camera around. A sure sign we've had lots of dry weather. Lizzie, were those thunderstorms and downpours whilst you were at the theme park? Pretty mighty fine here. Beautiful day to be out watching the fast jets here at Coningsby. Just do with a few more of them. Ian McCabby, flying visit, smashing that like button, checking in from Somerset. Good morning to you. Oh, Lizzie, that's not so bad, is it? A water coaster. Yeah, loving the long hot summer we've had in the UK this year. One of the only drawbacks, and I talked about not having to cut the grass being a positive. Entered into an agreement some time ago that I'd be responsible for DIY and all the gardening and I wouldn't have to do the washing up or cooking. Obviously that's quite skewed this year, and she started to pick up on it. So I could well find myself donning the pinny and doing some indoor stuff. 'Cause that grass isn't going to need cutting, is it? Anytime soon. And I've done all my DIY bits. I figure if I concentrate on the area around the tower, it might persuade a couple more of these foons to come out. Sounds like a plan. Sean, get back in your box. That will not be happening. Be funny though. Cooking with Jay. Yeah, first show would be a how-to spaghetti bolognese. And then at the end of it, next week, join us for spaghetti bolognese. Typhoons having a whale of a time, aren't they, this morning? But that's lovely over the sea. How to burn the house down with Jay. I'm actually not too bad at cooking. I just don't enjoy it. How to burn the house down. Louise, good morning to you. Welcome. You join us from our very hot RAF Coningsby. So what we need then, if we're not going to get any more aircraft coming out to play, which we still have hope. So we want a few low passes and touch and goes from the 4 that are currently out there, don't we? Lizzie getting in on the insult J 5 minutes. How to open a tin of beans. The people on here love her, and they don't want. She wouldn't want them to see the real her. She's built up a nice legend on here. Give it your best, Sean. Sean, you just have to remember, I still have that little thing we spoke about in my back pocket. Wib 74, good morning to you. Just catching up. Fantastic start to the day. Yeah, they were awesome departures, weren't they? I was saying when we were like wondering whether we were going to get any action at all. It was definitely fingers crossed that we'd get one or two quick climb outs, and they all did it. Ashley saying Australian grass keeps growing no matter what the weather is doing. No thank you. So as we patiently wait for the next piece of action here at RAF Coningsby, if you've joined us late and missed the departure of the first 4 Typhoons, feel free to rewind, take a look at them, let us know your thoughts. Absolutely awesome sight it was. Lining up, facing directly our position here, just off the threshold of runway 25, and then full reheat for all of them. Go back and check it out. Just make sure you don't miss them coming back. That would be a bummer, wouldn't it? John Williams asking, are there any good viewing spots at Heathrow, somewhere with a pub and hotel? There are a good handful of hotels that have either panoramic windows looking over the runway or terraces attached to their restaurants with a view of the runways. So we've got the Renaissance, which is prime spot on the north side. Some of the upper rooms of the Premier Inn at T4 give you a nice view across the airfield as well. Both of the Hilton Garden Inns have views of the runway. And I can't remember, is it Courtyard? I think it's the Courtyard. That's absolutely perfect on their terrace for views of 27. Tell you what, folks, the tan is coming along swimmingly. Beautiful out here today. It's amazing just how busy the airspace is in the Coningsby and South Lincolnshire area. Looking at the radar, although there's not too much here right now. There's it's Gropper Central, isn't it? So many RAF training flights up and about to our west. All those Typhoon pilots of the future learning their trade. Boston Weather UK. Good morning. No, I'm not Ted. Adam, good morning to you. We are at RAF Coningsby, Royal Air Force Air Base, home of the Eurofighter Typhoons. Dan Addison in the house. How are you doing, bud? Good to have you with us. We're also waiting for the next bit of action, Dan. Rewind to that first hour where we saw the initial Typhoons taxiing and vertical climb out takeoffs. Well worth a glance. Dan, threshold of runway 25. Good signal strength. So yeah, touch wood. Stuart Palmer, good morning to you. Letting us know Destroyer 4-1 expected back with Tartan 59, the air tanker, for some more fuel. This is military spotting in a nutshell, isn't it? In it to win it, and you get what you're given. To be fair though, I'd rather be sat here waiting for the next piece of action than halfway up a hill in the Mac loop when you really don't know what's coming and when. Having said that, the views you get from some of those spots along the Mac Loop in Wales, absolutely incredible. Lizzie switching on lurk mode. That sounds creepy, doesn't it? Lurk mode. Harry, yeah, really fortunate. I was hoping we'd get one, but for all of them to be full performance takeoffs was definitely more than we were expecting. Ground shakingly noisy. Sean, yeah, it's one of those places, unless you live there, you have to sort of plan a holiday around it, don't you? And then spend a few days up there, annoying the rest of the family. Lots of spotters eagerly awaiting. Generally get left alone so long as you're not being silly. Paul Hilbert joining us. Good morning, Paul. Hope you're well. Lee, very good morning to you. Welcome. Thought I could hear the sound of some more jet engines briefly then. Hard to tell with all this traffic going by.
flight of 2 request taxi from the main with Bravo. Taxi Alpha 1, right.
Well, that's ever so promising, isn't it? Let's go.
Work, will you remain prepared on your way to cover? Please turn right. Well, sorry, second further.
If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome to RAF Coningsby. I'm your host, my name is Jay. Keeping things going in the chat and operating the camera. One-man show here at RAF for now. Regulars to the show will know we have the lovely Angelina on co-commentary at times, but not today. We've got 4 Typhoons out over the North Sea. Sounds very much like a few more about to make their way out. Welcome along.
Departure details.
Right, depart non-standard south, left heading 180.
Right.
Right, is that correct?
The view that never gets old. Typhoon 2 ship waiting for permission to depart.
Ready. Conisbee Tower, right, 01, flight of 2 ready for departure. Hold, right.
Lizzie hot-footing it back into the chat, ready for these next 2 Typhoon departures.
Mine can wait, right. What do you think?
There we go then. Guys letting us know these are off to Wales for the air show. Surely not. The Heathrow lights and sirens following us to Coningsby. Can't escape it. How good does that look? Both lined up, ready to roar.
Right, that's quick.
Clear to take off. Right.
Great sound. Nice smoky takeoff by that two ship. Beautiful. Not quite as spectacular as the PTOs we saw earlier, but great to see nonetheless. As you say, nice and gentle. It's all relative, isn't it? Still absolutely booming, but yeah, those PTOs were crazy this morning. JP Mac, that was worth waiting for. And they have made us wait this morning, haven't they? Harry saying that was the display jet and a spare.
Flight 02, passing flight level 59.
6407, right. Well, I'll reach you to the Daventry to clear of that.
JP Mac gifting her VIP lounge membership on the back of that twin takeoff. Thank you so much. Great support. Ian McCabby, full chat, no afterburners. Yeah, it's nice when you see that reheat, isn't it? Blessed this morning to see all four of those early birds getting out there on full reheat. It's interesting that they just cruise on down to Swansea for the air show this afternoon. You'd think they would have moved a pair of them to maybe Bournemouth or somewhere even more west. Bristol, Sean's airport. That would have been nice, wouldn't it, Sean?
Right.
For any of you with us this morning that haven't seen the Typhoon air display, it is something to behold. The raw power of that Typhoon is just incredible. Some of the manoeuvres it can make, amazing. 4-ship that went up vertical this morning, showing no signs of coming home yet. They're having way too much fun this morning. Quick update on the weather, up to 23 degrees now, 17 when we started this morning's show, so raising steadily. Winds pretty chilled, 10 miles an hour. Glorious conditions, you can see forever, especially across this flat landscape in Lincolnshire. Cosmic Drift, good morning to you. 2-ship has just gone out to go and do the Wales air display. We've got 4 that all did performance takeoffs, still out over the North Sea. It's all gone super quiet again. Gotta love military bases. So plans for the channel for the week ahead. Should I say times for Luton, but Heathrow's always busy. So yeah, we're looking at doing one through till about 10:30, which is when things start to quieten down just a little bit at Heathrow. So that's our plans for the next week. Dig out the night camera lens. It's been a long time since we did a night show. Mainly because you have to wait till the very late hours in the summer here for it to actually get dark enough. Awesome sunset as I made my way. I stayed locally last night so I could be ready for today's show. And there was a most gorgeous sunset because it's so flat here. You could see it all the way along as I was driving towards where I stayed last night. Absolutely gorgeous it was. And that was pretty much bang on 9 PM. So definitely right time of year to get into those night shows. Interesting that the display Typhoons stayed at 10,000 feet altitude for the duration since departing here. Thank you for that information, Ari. Using Riot as their call sign to get down towards the display when it changes to Dragon 01. Awesome. Sean saying the Qantas A350 ultra long range due to leave Melbourne on Monday. History in the making. I'm assuming that's the route that is set to replace the Qantas A380 eventually at Heathrow. Big thank you to everybody that's hit that like button this morning. Very sporadic action, as you might expect from a military airbase, but what we have seen so excellent. Convoy of Vespers. Wind has steadily picked up throughout the morning, keeping things just on the right side. Not feeling too hot. And letting us know Air Canada's A321XLR from Berlin heading to Montreal, 7.5 hours on a narrow body. Regular viewers of the channel will definitely know my thoughts on that versus a much more comfortable A380 or 350 for that matter. That's going to pass quite a bit to the north of us, just coming over the North Sea. I should imagine it won't be all that long until the fourth ship of performance takeoff Typhoons head back in to the airfield here at Coningsby. They'll be keen to get away from the airbase from the weekend. Operations wrap up at about 1:30 PM local here at Coningsby on a Friday. I imagine being one of those pilots, send it properly vertical on your Friday morning. Bit of combat mission practice out over the North Sea. You get back to base and you have to drive your normal car at normal speeds. That must be such a downer. Olivia Ruff is out of here. Olivia, thank you for joining us this morning. Could have been a bit busier, couldn't it? But you get what you're given. Thank you for being with us and have a great day. Harry, yeah, I've been watching their route on the radar app. Very low now, aren't they? 3,000 feet. It's not a bad life, is it? Being part of the display team. Going off to all these air shows all summer long. Especially if you're a pilot with the red arrows, travelling in the world. Awesome job. Oh, North Sea Typhoons heading north at the moment, up the east coast of the UK. Harry, yep, good point. Well made. Say again?
Anything to see today?
There's 6 have gone up, 2 have gone down to Farnborough for a display, and 4 are over the North Sea at the minute. Right.
I see some of this is where the Americans are, is it? Or
No, this is all RAF.
this is all,
Yeah. Yeah, so all Typhoons.
well, the Americans are around. They have a base there.
They've got bases all over the place, but the 3 main ones are all in Norfolk. So they also do lots of stuff over the North Sea, out to Wales and bits and pieces.
There's a new fighter coming. Did you see something in the news?
Yeah, I don't know when it's due, but yeah, there is something on the horizon. Yeah, this is a really busy airfield, sort of throughout the week. Plenty of operations. And then today they'll finish in about an hour and a half. So they want to get home for the weekend, don't they? They want to get home for the weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So, yeah.
We recognised the traffic lights. We were here, well, we were here a few times, but a good number of years ago, and we actually had to stop for one of the aircraft to land. And we recognised the farm that we camped at.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just the next set of road over.
Yeah, yeah.
High something, I can't remember.
From the North Sea, and then the display, once the display's finished, I would imagine they'll come back up and land here as well. So,
So, are you tracking it?
yeah, doing a live to YouTube. Doing a live stream to YouTube. Yeah. Well, if they want to go home, it'll be in the next hour. Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, the aircraft here,
No, they'll all stay here, yeah. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Mark Abraham, good morning to you. I've just had a look at your post. That's yeah, I knew that was coming. I'd read something about that. I'm assuming from the pictures you've posted up on the community tab, that's just sort of the rough grass area, is it? Though having said that, I've seen plenty of people driving onto that recently. Another weird anomaly with YouTube, that you don't get any notifications for community posts, although you would if it was a comment under a video for etc. Bit odd, isn't it? Ian Finley letting us know Tartan 59 heading inland, which hopefully will mean our 4 ship will be heading back. Typhoon display team all ready to do its thing down at Farnborough, now at just 1,000 feet. The tanker's coming inland now, so yeah, I should imagine they're on the way in. David Sheffield enjoying the second cup of coffee of the morning out there in the US. Very warm welcome to you. Noted that people are saying sometimes the sound is intermittent, but not for everybody. I think that's at the YouTube end because there's no technical issues where I am. I apologise in any event. Ian saying they must be getting hungry. Back to base for some scran. J-Ro, good morning to you. Checking in from Dallas. Hope you're well. Harry heading out. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Great to have you with us. Yeah, I've completely lost those North Sea Typhoons on radar now. So we're working on the basis that although I can't see these Typhoons on radar anymore, that they'll be making their way back in towards the airbase as their refueling tanker has now left them. So hopefully we'll see them arriving back here very soon. you, Royal. Good morning to you. Thank you for the gift. Big thank you to all those that are still with us, despite the intermittent action here at Coningsby this morning. It's always difficult streaming from military bases, sometimes crazy busy, other times not so much. Looks like our 4-ship of Typhoons that went out first thing are making their way back into the airbase. They'll be back with us very soon, once we've seen all those back in safely to the base where we're wrapping things up.
Oh, Charlie, India, come to confirm. Good afternoon. Charlie, India, come to confirm. Good afternoon, passenger. 6 when entering the map.
Mark Abraham, thank you. It's yeah, I'd like for it to have been a bit busier. But definitely a nice change. Always nice to visit new airfields or airports. Something we like to do on the channel for sure. I can't wait to get back and watch it back. Watch those 4 performance takeoffs. It's always different when you watch it back to when you're actually filming it. It's amazing actually how little has flown over. When I got here this morning, the sky was full of trails from commercial aircraft that have been crisscrossing at altitude over the airfield, but nothing. Display Typhoon is just now cruising along the North Devon coast, heading towards Wales. Amazing how quickly they cruise around the country. For those of you who may have just joined us, we've had limited action here at RAF Coningsby this morning. We've still got 6 aircraft out and about. Normal ops are due to conclude at 1:30 local, so within the hour. So we're expecting most, if not all, of these aircraft to return within that slot. Hopefully we'll be here to catch them all. Mark Abraham having a moment. I don't know if anyone watching is able to see the 4-ship Typhoons that were out over the North Sea. They've been off my radar app for ages now, so I've got no idea where they are. Robert describing the morning perfectly there. A game of military lucky dip. And our North Sea Typhoons finally decloaked. They are still out in the North Sea. further north of us now, up by Bridlington and York. Yes, well, Kumar, good afternoon to you. So I would say it's highly unlikely that we'll get any more departures today, but 6 of them are still to return. Right at the Wales Air Show in one afternoon. Okay, Abraham, another one that's wishing for rain. Got to embrace the summer. It's been beautiful this year. It's quite funny when you look at weather forecasts, especially if you're waiting for the rain to come. If you look on a specific day, like you're saying Sunday, 60% chance of rain, and then you look at the small print, 0.1 inches. windsock on that caravan, getting blown around. Nice and breezy this afternoon here at Coningsby. None of these Typhoons are in any hurry to come home. Ian saying we can see the location of the Typhoons now off the North Sea, north of York. Worryingly, they're taking the same track. As that Tartan 5-9 took. And she is now looking like she's going to go into Prestwick. Right then folks, it looks like the Typhoons are off to the Lake District for a little play. Display team is still well down in the Bristol Channel. We're going to call it a day because it's going to be a good while before they get themselves back here. Folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. Great to do something different. And different this certainly was. Not as busy as we would have liked, but to see 4 performance takeoffs in a row to start a show will probably never happen again. It was absolutely awesome. Pleasure to bring you some military action, something we don't do very often. It's been great to be up here at RAF Coningsby, if I can say it properly. As I said, the plan for next week for the channel is to do a couple of late sunset into night shows, one at Heathrow and one at Luton. Stay tuned for dates and times for those. It'd be great to have you with us. Right, on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. Take care of yourselves, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.